Okay. And let in our last remaining guests. Beautiful. All right. All right. Woohoo. We did it. We are here. It is a Tuesday. We are into our third week of not just the new year, but the themes for unveiling. And as we have been, I'm very much looking forward to continuing with our theme of connecting through the universal law of one, that field of oneness, of all is love, all is unified, all is safe, secure, all is sound, all is light. We are going to be continuing to attune through that field. And if you saw the posts this morning, we've been building on just connecting to the field and then connecting through the word, which was last week. And this week, we are working with the stories, and not so much the stories of our mind, but the stories that are ingrained within our bodies. So we're going to be dropping in and moving through these different beliefs and where the symbolism of belief lives in our body. So pretty excited to weave all of this content together. And let's go ahead and start our recording and go for it. Beautiful. Good morning, and welcome. This is the Unveiling Meditation. So good to see all of your faces here live as well as live streamed. It is an honor, a privilege, and a joy to be connecting with each of you this morning. And with that, I look forward to starting our journey together. So I invite you to go ahead and just take a nice deep breath in, closing your eyes, settling into the moment, and allowing yourself, as we journey into the stories that are living within our bodies and searching and seeking for the scars, if you will, where in which places throughout the body our beliefs, our core beliefs that formulate and impact the wisdom, the information that comes up through our gut, arriving at the top of our mind. This week, we are focusing on looking at where all of that scar tissue, if you will, where those belief structures are really heavily ingrained in the body, and releasing some of that symbolism. So not going into the depth and the deep trauma drama, if you will. However, it is very possible that as you're doing this work this week, some of that could loosen up, or, if you will, unlock a new gateway or portal to a deeper reserve of energy. So I'm super excited about this. Again, we're connecting through the field of love. So as you continue to breathe, we're going to start with our light link. But again, as always, I invite you to focus in not only on that golden light, but as we have been doing this year, and especially as we are in the sign of Capricorn, up at the peak of the mountain, I invite you to extend beyond simply imagining that golden light flooding into your mind space and your focus. Imagine that sunshine shining down, but then take it up a notch, as though you suddenly aren't just in a room or outside at the beach, but you're finding yourself on the peak of a mountain or in the midst of the desert where there is nothing but you in that sunshine shining down. And as you continue to breathe in and out, and you feel this sunshine, notice as you enhance and intensify your connection to the frequency of it, how does the energy shift? How does that light shift as you breathe in and out? Allowing yourself to focus more in on the golden light. If you're imagining as though you're swimming up from the depths underneath the surface of a pool or a lake, and you swim your way towards the top, and just envisioning through all of those layers, that sun, as you pierce the surface of the water, becoming even more intense. Those layers of the water as you continue and continue and continue, representing all of the people that have woven into your life in the last days and weeks, their emotions, all of the work and the projects as we are in this commencement of the year, and the pressure, the desire, all of it, just peeling back those layers, working your way until you feel so divinely aligned, as though there is nothing but you and just this beam, a laser beam of golden light shining down on the front of your forehead, bringing in warmth to the back of your mind and your shoulders, imagining that warmth radiating down and through your body, all the way down and through your body into your hips. So you can feel that warmth as that golden light hits your sun and shifts its frequency, connecting through the body, moving from being light to imagining it as liquid pouring down over the shoulders, much like when dew meets the skin and condenses, so too does light condense and transform into a frequency that helps us cleanse and clear the cobwebs, the places in our minds where we're a little dusty, helps us cleanse and clear all of the noise and the interaction, not only of the media, but other people and places and things, maybe even your kids or a partner. Just clearing all of that out. The advice givers. Beautiful. And as we sink now deep into the earth, into the second aspect of the light link, sinking deep, deep, deep and in, feeling yourself connecting, feeling your hips and your sitting bones, feeling yourself breathing in and out, breathing in and out. As you feel that deep sense of relaxation coming in and down and through your body. Again, from the top with that golden light in that enhanced frequency, making its way, cleansing and clearing that path. So it's clearing the forest of all of the density, any of the stories that may be sticking to the outside of our auras, to the surface as we go down into the hips. And if you need to, just shifting on your sitting bones ever so slightly to open them up, to allow the sitting bones and the spine, that tripod of energy between the tailbone and your pelvis, to open up. And as you undulate the spine ever so slightly, it can be the most subtle of movements, but we're also here activating the central and the governing meridian, which come together in our perineum. So just that subtle shifting can declog, can open up that entire energy center. If you feel congestion in your sinuses or like you're lymphatic, like just sluggish and heavy, spending time just rolling around on your sitting bones can be one of the greatest things you can do. Opening that lymphatic or those two meridians up, for they circle up to the roof of our mouth. And when they're congested, we experience congestion in our nasal cavity. So again, as you circle around, creating this release in your hips, and as you are ready and you feel yourself breathing and settling in, feeling that release as though we've opened the floodgates into the earth, sending our focus deep, deep, deep into the earth, now beyond your sitting bones, beyond the chair or the ground or the beds that you're sitting on. And just take a nice deep sigh, breathing in and out right here, right now. Allowing your body to sink into the earth as though we've just sat down for the first time into a cushy, cushy chair where the cushions are so deep that you can feel the softness and the support and the comfort rising up around you. You feel your spine relaxing, your shoulder blades rolling down the spine as you breathe in and out, in and out. Nice deep breath here as we drop our focus all the way into the earth. Imagining that beautiful crystal quartz at the center of the earth, allowing it in your mind's eye to begin to take shape and form. Maybe you feel into the solidness of the earth. Maybe you imagine dropping a grounding cord or a tether down through each of the layers of the earth. Maybe you imagine plunging back into the depths of the water, swimming down and down and down towards that luminescent light that illuminates all around us. And as you feel yourself diving in, sinking in to this beautiful energy of the earth, her divine support, her pulsing presence that's continually reminding us to take breath, to stay in rhythm and synchronicity through our heartbeats. I invite you to take a nice deep inhale here and just receive all of that support, that cushiness, that beautiful vibration of the earth into your heart through your breath, drawing yourself as though your breath, when you inhale, is pulling you closer, as well as drawing that energy up and in through your feet, through your toes, through your ankles, into your legs, and simultaneously up and in and through your sitting bones, into that tailbone. And as we know, today's theme, we are focusing in on the stories and their symbolism through the body, how to release and create new pathways, forge new pathways for new stories. For stories are nothing more than memories tucked away in our cells, tucked away in the center of the earth for us to tune into. And there is always a story in which we are dreaming beyond. And so today, as we come into alignment with that frequency, that vibration, the dreams which we are weaving into our daily reality, I invite you to take a nice deep breath in. And on that inhale, imagine as though you're inflating your spine, like blowing up a balloon, and all the way down that spine until you reach your tailbone. You feel that tailbone extending out. You feel your muscles around the tailbone relaxing. We get to have 3 anchor points today, our sitting bones, as well as the tailbone. Just feeling this nice, firm tripod like a stool that we get to sit and unwind and receive the wisdom and the stories tucked within ourselves, deep within. So as we begin our journey today, I invite you to find your heartbeat, to imagine yourself sitting on that stool beside a fire, getting ready for a beautiful story to unfold, one that takes you into a magical and mystical land where your imagination can roam free, where you're allowed to dream, where you're allowed to drift off into a beautiful state where the angels find you, where your guides find you and carry you along, showing you the wisdom, showing you the path, showing you signs and signals to look for along the way. And as you imagine yourself sitting beside this fire, feeling your heart taking in the rhythm of the sound of my voice and the rhythm of the crackle of the flames, feeling yourself breathing in and out, as you begin to feel yourself transported to another space and time, as though that sun is taking a greater focus in your mind's eye, as you breathe in and out, finding yourself shifting into a different space, a different dimension, a different state of relaxation, guided powerfully by your desires and by all that stands between you and this journey that is unfolding for you. And as you feel yourself relaxing deeply into this deepened state, noticing here, without drawing too much focus into the mind, what sensations or colors are present in your mind's eye. Just allowing yourself to melt into the senses, the sensory experience. As you breathe in and out, where do you find yourself drifting off towards? What memories? What images of maybe the trees or a path are coming into your mind's awareness? As you take another nice deep breath in, allowing your body to relax even deeper, even deeper. We begin to notice that golden light where we started our journey like a laser beam is shining down directly onto our crown chakra, piercing that soft spot of the skull right at the top. And as we allow for this energy to flood in, we can imagine it working its way down and into our bodies. And I invite you here to notice, as we call forward the walls and the resistance that keep us from moving forward into our greatest potential and the greatest expression of our dreams. Today, the symbolism that we get to work with is that of the walls that we have built up, noticing what structure, what form they take, noticing the brick that comes together to build them. First, noticing as you tune into this field, allowing for these walls of resistance to be built or to reveal themselves to you. Walls of protection that maybe were built to fortify us, or maybe in the past were necessary to build the foundation from which we could launch ourselves. allowing these walls to present themselves to you and noticing if you feel them intrinsically inside of your body or if you sense them around your peripheral. And noticing as you continue to tune in, if you sense them around your peripheral, are they 360 degrees? Are they just behind you, in front of you? As you notice this, allowing the light to shine down upon them and inviting them to brick by brick by brick unfold. Breathing in and out, noticing and feeling if these walls were built to keep others out, or were they built to protect what's inside? Sensing and feeling into that, how you hold your energy of protection, how you hold your boundaries. And I invite you now to begin to shift your focus into your body. Shifting to that golden light again, imagining it flooding in and down through the top of your mind, into your mind, being absorbed by your brain as though it's like a sponge filling up. And as that sponge fills up, allowing yourself to enhance the frequency as though we turn the volume up, we turn the vibration up. Oftentimes when we connect with energy, we connect at our comfort level. As we enhance and you imagine that golden light flooding into your mind, inviting it to come in and your mind to receive it at its greatest potential frequency. Filling the mind with potential, feeling that deep connection, feeling the angelic presence that is who you are. As that light begins to overflow from your mind down through the neck. And as we meet the shoulders, again, allowing as though that's water pouring down and through from the mind, having condensed from light into the water, feeling into the structure in the shoulders, the density in your heart, in the walls within us, that the walls that were on our peripheral were simply mirroring. Again, just noticing as this golden light shines down, illuminating these specific structures that we've built up. In many cases, not just for protection, but to maintain integrity, to call forward our greatest potential. Oftentimes we think of walls as negative, as blocking us, but they only create as much resistance as we allow them to. In other words, our walls, if they're not aligned with our dreams and our vision and our story, don't serve us. But when they are, they help us ensure that what is on the inside maintains its frequency. They serve as that foundation that helps support us, helps us stay strong. So as this golden light floods down and through and illuminates in your mind's eye, whatever tension or structure or beliefs you've built up. I invite you brick by brick to start taking down some of the walls, imagining each brick represents a story that you've either learned or told yourself. Imagining each brick as you take it apart, noticing if it's meant to go into the foundation you are building in this moment, or if it's meant to be released, for that wall to come down so that you may redream yourself, you may recreate and transmute all that is no longer serving. As though the stories of our lives, like a Lego, get put together and assembled according perfectly to the instructions. So too do you assemble and build these different boundaries and barriers. But then, as any child will go ahead and do without thinking twice or asking about it, completely disassemble the Lego and rebuild it into their dream and their vision and what works best, what represents the magic inside of them. So as you feel these bricks disassembling themselves, I invite you to release, to let go, to recycle any of the bricks that are no longer serving, passing them off to your angels, your guides, whatever presents itself in your mind's eye. And from here, powerfully allowing for that disassembly to come back together, that new foundation to form, that new foundation that forms to create almost seemingly a new stage, a new platform for you to play upon, for you to imagine yourself sitting next to the hearth, next to that fire. And as it does, feeling that light now shining down and through, going back to where we began our journey and noticing any resistance, any remaining areas where you get to disassemble, to reassemble, or to release. And taking another breath in here and tuning into those walls around you, noticing if they're still there, or if you've been able to take those down as well. Noticing if you, instead of having the walls, brought in reinforcements, angels, guides, spirit, maybe earth partners that are able to take on responsibility for you. As you breathe in and out, just noticing how through your intention and focus and desire, as we've called forward your soul's greatest potential, as we've attuned to the universal fields of the golden light of love, how with very little effort, you were able to break down these boundaries, these barriers, and allow them for you to reconstruct themselves in ways that help channel your energy into your greatest purpose. I invite you now to feel this channel igniting, turning on. Maybe you become the fire within the hearth. Maybe you begin to feel that golden light and that earth energy streaming out and through you like a gush of water that has now been channeled in and through this beautiful structure that you've recreated, so that your love and your light may flood out to precisely where you choose to channel it. Or maybe you choose to hold it, breathing in and out, just noticing as you tune into your light and this foundation that we've restructured, and the stories that each of those bricks represents. In this moment, I invite you to move to the next layer. And with each breath, release those stories that each brick represented, giving the structure and the foundations that you've built, the walls that you've rebuilt, to align not with the stories that were, but with the dreams and the stories that you are enacting with each breath, with each moment, with each choice and action that you take. Each breath releasing the old, each inhale breathing in the new. So you find yourself cycling this beautiful, potent light that is your love, your focused expression of the divine. Breathing in and out, feeling your shoulders relax, feeling your neck relax. Feeling your ankles relax as you begin to roll them. Feeling your wrists as you begin to roll them, opening and closing. Again, feeling into the tailbone. Noticing how, as we used this tripod of energy in our body, connecting with 3 grounding cords today, how easy it was when we're grounded to allow the earth and the ground and the beliefs and the structure within our bodies and the ways in which they're symbolized through the bricks to be restructured. Taking another breath, feeling yourself coming back to the moment, coming back to your breath, licking your lips and relaxing your jaw, rolling your shoulders. Breathing in and out. As you prepare to write one of the most beautiful stories of your life you've ever written today, calling it in now. Letting today be the day that you've dreamt about. Letting today be the day that it begins anew, with new energy, new vigor, new excitement, new potency. Taking a nice deep breath in here, slowly allowing your sense of inner vision to match that of your outer vision. As you make your way back, namaste. Make it a beautiful, beautiful story that you write today.